Combine 650 grams of room temperature water with 300 grams of active starter. Your starter should float, and this is how you know it's ready to bake with. Mix that very well. And then you're going to come back and add 60 grams of honey and 20 grams of olive oil. Take it off your scale, mix that really well. And then we'll add 1,000 grams of King Arthur bread flour and 20 grams of sea salt. Now you're going to need some arm strength for this, so you're going to mix this very well, incorporating all the flour. So there's no dry flour. Scrape the sides of your bowl, and this is going to form your shaggy dough. The dough should look a little something like that. Cover it, let rest on the counter for an hour. Then we're going to come back for our first round of coil folds. Wet your hands. And you're just lifting the dough and folding it under itself. This builds tension and helps build gluten. So you're pulling it up, folding it under itself, turning the bowl, folding it under itself. And then you're going to cover, let rest for 30. And then you're going to come back for your second round of coil folds. See how smooth it's getting? All right, wet your hands, fold it under itself, turn bowl, fold it under itself. And it's just building tension and getting smoother and smoother each time. So 30 minutes, third round of coil folds. Look at how smooth the dough is getting. There's tension, it's building gluten. Bubbles are starting to form on the top. Cover, let rest for your next and last round of coil folds. And look how it's already doubled in size. All right, that tension is building, that gluten is building. Our dough is way more tense. It's beautiful and smooth. Pat, pat. Now you're gonna cover this and let rest on the counter for 4 to 8 hours. This is me at nighttime. My dough rested for about 7 hours, so I am gonna flour my surface, of course, and then I'm gonna split it in half because this recipe makes 2. Look at those bubbles. How beautiful is that? So we're laminating the dough now. We're spreading it out. We want to pop the bubbles, and then we're going to fold it into itself, roll it up into a log, and we're going to place it in our greased loaf pan. Cover it with a shower cap, let it sit. Pop those bubbles, fold it out, fold it into itself, roll it into a log, pop it into the greased loaf pan. I fell asleep, so I took it out of the fridge this morning. You can proof in the refrigerator. Now we're going to slice that up just to give our dough some room to grow. And we're going to cover it with foil in a dome shape so that the top doesn't cook too fast. And we're popping this into an oven that's been preheated at 400. And we're gonna put that in there for 30 minutes. Uncover it after the 30 minutes. Look how beautiful that is. And then we're gonna lower our temp to 375 and let bake for another 15. This is when it's done. It smells so good in here. Take it out of the pan and let it cool. I'm making French toast with this, so I'm gonna let one of them partially cool, and then once the other one is cooled, I'm gonna put that in the freezer for later. Okay, that's your butter, baby. Now we're gonna slice into the one that I'm gonna make French toast with, and I'm gonna show you how soft it is. It is so soft and beautiful and buttery. I love making my own bread. Yum. It's just so airy and fluffy and light. Look at this squeeze. Boom. And here's the French toast. Look at that. Delicioso.